Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Tamika Alexander. The COVID-19 numbers within the Tuscaloosa City School system continue to rise. Hundreds of students have been quarantined after being exposed to testing positive. Tonight, School Superintendent Dr. Mike Darius spoke out about the numbers. In tonight's top story, WVUA 23's Jabari Pruitt joins us live from the newsroom. And Jabari, a lot of people have taken their concerns to social media, and Dr. Darius says he's being transparent.
Well, yeah, Tamika, Dr. Darius said the central office is looking at the numbers constantly every day, but he wants to make sure that everybody knows that the board can change the school plan at any time. December 2nd, 2020, the Tuscaloosa City Schools system real-time data reported more than 500 students have been quarantined or isolated after being exposed or tested positive for COVID-19. The report shows 38 students, 15 employees tested positive.
The numbers are up from the week before, from prior to the break. So we certainly are looking at those numbers and looking at staffing our schools and looking at our student attendance at each of our schools.
Tuscaloosa City Schools Superintendent Dr. Mike Darius says 3 schools in the district have a disproportionately higher percentage of students who are quarantined or isolated.
We have seen an increase since we came back from Thanksgiving. That increase has caught our attention, and we've got to be able to make decisions in real time.
Darius said from the beginning the school system would be nimble in the school plan and be able to change and pivot to a different model for the safety of the students and staff.
Certainly we have to look at that school by school. Those schools where we have higher personnel out or higher students out, we may have to look at those schools individually and make a decision for those schools to either pivot to staggered or pivot to remote. But we also are looking at the larger context of Tuscaloosa as a whole to see where we may operate or how we may operate in these next couple of weeks, and then in January when we return, if we need to change our model for face-to-face.
Darius said the central office is receiving information and talking with health officials, trying to get a real understanding where they are today and best as possible where they may be in the future.
It may require us to change the model we're in now, and that's entirely possible. Our preference is to stay in school, but if we stay in school and face-to-face and we see that our numbers are too high or that the context of the city is in a way that we should be in a different model, we need to adjust and pivot to either staggered or remote.
Now, the school board will discuss these COVID numbers tomorrow during a special call board meeting at the Tuscaloosa Career and Technology Academy. Now, Darius did say the board is not at any type of decision phase, but they will discuss this. And of course, this meeting is open to the public. Live tonight from the newsroom, Jabari Pruitt, WVUA 23 News.